I've got another microbrand watch to show you. It's the Goodspeed Sonoma, a retro-styled chronograph. I wanted to try this watch for a specific reason, which I'll explain on this episode of Adventures with Time. As you know, if you've watched my channel, that I like to experience many different watches, and I believe that microbrands allow me to do this fairly inexpensively. And that is the case with the watch for this video. Although it's a loaner watch, so my cost is just shipping to return the watch. Before we get started, let me ask that if you're a watch enthusiast, that you subscribe to this channel, ring that bell icon so you are alerted whenever I publish a new video. Especially if you're a newbie to watches, since my channel chronicles my activities as a new watch collector. And commercial. Goodspeed is a watch company created by Jerry Burlingame out of Sacramento, California. The Sonoma is his second watch with a third in the works. I wanted to try this watch specifically to see how I like the case style. It uses a barrel-shaped style, also called tonneau, very similar to the Seiko SPB 153 Captain Willard watch, and the original of that, the Seiko 6105 Turtle, worn by Martin Sheen in the classic movie Apocalypse Now. I've seen a lot of content about the Captain Willard espousing how great it is. I wasn't sure if I'd like that style of case. With this Sonoma, I'm not only getting to try another watch, always fun, I also get the opportunity to try this case shape. The Sonoma was, because they're sold out, but no, they still exist, so is available in 9 different models. There are 4 colorways, each available with either the Mechanical Seagull ST1901 or the Miyota 6S21 quartz movement. And there is a very limited gold PVD coated watch with the Seagull movement. So you have some options in both color and movement, suggesting perhaps everyone will find a combination to their liking. Now, fair warning, if you like this watch, you may be out of luck, since at the time of this recording, they were sold out of all the Sonoma models except for one. Check the website to see availability and current pricing for all models left. The watch I have to show you is the stainless steel with the Pepsi bezel and Seagull movement. Let's give this watch a look-see. Named after the Sonoma Raceway in California, this watch is clearly racing inspired. All of the elements are geared towards racing. It has a tachometer bezel, large third hand for the chronograph seconds, outer seconds track divided down to quarter seconds, a sub-dial for chronograph minutes, and another for running seconds. It comes also with a leather racing strap. Given this model has the Seagull mechanical movement, there is no automatic winding function, no date, and no hacking. And although this watch is rated for 100 meters of water resistance, the crown is not screwed down. I find a couple of odd design elements with this watch. The bezel is fixed, yet it comes with notching on the side, giving one the impression that the bezel rotates. This seems sort of misleading to me. Not that I think they are trying to fool anyone. Also, the bottom half of the tachometer scale is hard to read given the low contrast between the red base color and the black numbers. Further to my dislike is the poor or total lack of AR coating. I'm not sure if there is any. I found it hard to get pictures without glare and reflections from the crystal. The watch face appropriately has minimal additional writing as to not clutter the dial. I like the retro font style for the brand name. I know I've seen something like this before, but I can't place it. Anyway, it's nice. But those hands seem a bit fat for the dial, especially that short, stubby arrowhead hour hand. And the lume painted hour indices seem a bit flat. Speaking of lume, here's a lume shot with the chronograph running so you can see the lollipop seconds hand in action. I don't think the lume on this watch will excite anyone, but then again, it's a racing watch, which probably doesn't get a lot of use in the dark. Given my 7 7/8 inch wrist, I found the included strap just a bit too small, so I put the watch on a NATO strap to see how it looked. I think I like this NATO better than the leather strap, no matter what, but it comes down to one's individual taste. And you might be getting the impression that I'm not a fan of this watch. I think that is fair to say, but that's my opinion. While there are some elements that are not to my liking, if one is looking for an affordable chronograph, there are some of the Sonoma color and movement options which may be better and to your liking. Now, the question which made me want to try this watch on my wrist in the first place. Do I like the barrel-shaped case? I'm really not sure. I'm certainly not outright rejecting this case style. It's not repulsing me. How's that for praise? The barrel shape on this watch is a bit more oblong than the more squarish or cushioned shape of the Captain Willard. Also, the chronograph pushers on the Sonoma and the two-color bezel are preventing me from clearly appraising how I feel about this case style. I guess I need to try on my wrist the actual Seiko SPB 153 Captain Willard to enable me to determine my true feelings. Stay tuned for that. But tell me, what do you think about the Sonoma chronograph? Do you share my criticisms? And are you a fan of barrel cases? Here is a video where I compare two other chronograph watches I've owned, and one on my recent foray into vintage military watches. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.